A Guide to the 100 metre Sprint. This podcast has been submitted as part of an assessment for a Sports Science Physical Education degree at Bangor University and is aimed at those considering on doing an Elevated into Athletics course, which is run by UK Athletics. Prior to the lesson, it is important that all learners have been checked for jewellery and that any potential hazards are removed from the teaching area.
When teaching the 100 metre sprint at secondary school level, there are a variety of drills you can incorporate into your lesson plan. Drills such as high knees and butt kicks are not only good for warming your individuals up, but it's also good for demonstrating the actions required in the 100 metre sprint.
For example, in the hill flicks, the back leg simulates a similar action that performed during the race, and drills such as high knees reinforce the importance of the elevation of the knees during the last 70 metres of the race. Skips provide the learner with an action that not only deals with the elasticity of their legs, but also resembles the explosive action required at the start of the 100 metre race. And finally, alternate fast feet. This prepares the body for the main activity planned, and also gets the learner practicing running on the balls of their feet. Similarly to the drills, the 100 metres is an explosive event that is performed anaerobically. This means that the learners will use already stored energy supplies to enable muscles to contract during the race.
There are a number of different ways you can start in the 100 metre race. However, the most appropriate at secondary school level is to do the crouching start.
For the novice learner, it is vital that they get used to placing themselves into a crouching position. Focus should be on both hands being slightly behind the line and the knee of the back leg being parallel to its opposite foot. Recapping the on your marks position. Learners should be placed in the crouching position and have their front foot parallel with their opposite knee. Focus is then placed on the lead leg being at a 70-degree angle. The distance between the front foot and the knee should be a hand's width. Hands must then be placed behind the line and the head placed down with the eyes focused on a mark ahead of them. From the crouching position, when set is called, the leading leg should approximately move forward to an 80 to 90 degree angle at the knee, the rear leg approximately 130 degrees. This will allow the body to be supported by both the arms and the legs. Here you can see the athlete preparing himself from a crouching position to a more coiled spring position. This position will enable the learner to drive out of the blocks more efficiently than any other approach. Once the learner has begun to perfect their starting position, the next stage of the race is the driving phase. Here you want the learner to work their arms vigorously in order to create an advantage from the start. It is vital that their body remains low for up to 30 metres, which is when the head should begin to elevate the body. Here's another example of the driving phase. Watch the athlete whip his arms back and forth in order to gain speed. Also begin to acknowledge the change in his knee lift. As the race continues, the learner should start to elevate their head. In the following images, you will be able to identify how his head elevates yet remains still. This is vital as the unstable head can lose an athlete's time and efficient movement. To combat this effect, get your learners to stare at an object in the distance, as if they were going to run towards it. During the running phase of a sprint, it is vital that learners keep their hands fairly relaxed. Too much tension and the whole body will contract, resulting in a less fluid motion and a less efficient performance. With the hands relaxed, the arms can operate faster. It is the arms that drive leg speed, therefore inform your learners of this. Furthermore, inform them that the arms should always remain at 90 degrees during the running motion. So to recap one last time. As the learner positions themselves into the crouching start, the lead leg should be at approximately 70 degrees. The front foot should also be parallel with the knee of the back leg. Next, make sure that both hands are positioned behind the line and once in a set position, the bottom half of the body is raised, with the learner's body weight being held stable by the arms. Tell the learner to explode out of the blocks, whipping the arm back and driving the body forward for 20 to 30 meters. The body should remain low. The final 70 to 80 meters are then focused on the knee lift, stability, and the arm action of the learner.
I hope this podcast on the 100 metre sprint at secondary school level has been informative. Thanks for watching.